Against her better judgment, Emily walked towards the carousel, her friends reluctantly following. The once vibrant ride was now a decaying relic, its paint chipped and its horse's eyes dull and lifeless. The air around it felt colder, and Emily's breath fogged in the chill. As she approached, she saw a figure standing in the shadows. It was the same cloaked figure she had seen from the Ferris wheel. Her heart raced as the figure stepped into the dim light, revealing a face twisted and a grotesque mask of horror. The figure raised a hand, and Emily saw a glint of metal, a blood-stained knife. She screamed, stumbling backwards. Her friends finally realized the gravity of the situation and started to back away as well. But it was too late. The figure moved with unnatural speed, closing the distance in an instant. The knife slashed through the air, catching Jessica across the arm. She cried out in pain, clutching the wound as blood poured through her fingers. Panic erupted. Emily and her friends scattered, running for their lives. The cloaked figure pursued them, the knife flashing in the Funfair lights. Emily's heart pounded in her chest as she ducked and weaved through the crowds, desperate to find safety. She spotted a security guard near the entrance and sprinted towards him.
"Help! There's a killer in the Funfair,"
she screamed. The guard's eyes widened as he saw the blood and terror on Emily's face. He quickly called for backup and moved to intercept the attacker. The Funfair descended into chaos, with people screaming and running in all directions. Emily's friends were nowhere to be seen. She could only hope they had found safety. She glanced back and saw the cloaked figure locked in a struggle with the security guard. The killer's strength was inhuman, overpowering the guard and plunging the knife into his chest. Tears streamed down Emily's face as she continued to run. She didn't stop until she reached the parking lot, collapsing against a car in exhaustion. Her body shook with sobs as the distant sounds of sirens filled the air. The Funfair, once a place of joy and excitement, had become a nightmare. Emily knew she would never forget the horror of that night, the sight of the cloaked figure and the blood-stained knife forever etched into her memory. In the days that followed, the police launched a manhunt for the killer, but the figure seemed to have vanished into thin air. The Funfair was shut down, its bright lights extinguished, leaving behind only the chilling echoes of the terror that had unfolded. Emily and her friends tried to move on, but the trauma of that night lingered. The Funfair, once a place of innocent fun, had become a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurked just beneath the surface, and somewhere out there in the shadows, the killer waited, ready to strike again.